Hey Girls Gone Strong, I'm Karen Smith, and today I'm here to talk to you about one of my favorite skills. This is a skill that everyone should be practicing. It's functional. It can be a warm-up, an assessment, a corrective exercise, a regular exercise, a lift, and number 6, which will be in a separate video at the end of the article, it can also be a lifesaver, and I'll explain that in more detail. So I'm going to break this down for you. Now, where it falls in each of these categories is dependent on how you program it and what your needs are. So just remember, we're going to pattern the move, practice the move, and then once we've perfected each step, then you can load it, okay? You do not have to start on day 1 going from the ground all the way to standing and fully completing a Turkish get-up. It's okay to break it down, own each segment, and then move on from there. So I'm going to break it down for you really quick, body weight, and then I'm going to show you a couple other options. Let's get started. So you're going to start laying on your back. From here, you would roll into fetal position, swoop through your bell. So we're going to use our imaginary bell right now. We're going to grip, roll, and press. From here, both shoulders should be packed. We're driving off the opposite arm and both feet up to our forearm. Always watch your weight that's overhead. From here, we're going to press through our palm into what we call a tall sit. From this position, this is a really good assessment on what's going on with someone's shoulder or T-spine mobility. If you see this, or they can't lock out their arm or they're shrugging, this would be a problem, so I wouldn't go any further. Okay, you want to make sure that the shoulders are down and back, the arm is overhead, and you can watch your bell. The next sticking point from here is the swoop through. So I'm going to break it down into 2 steps for you. First, swoop your heel, your straight leg, you're going to move, swoop your left heel to your right foot, and then your left knee to your left hand. Let's do that again. Swoop your left foot to your right foot, and then your left knee to your left hand. So as you can see, that should form a straight line in the back. Your hand, your knee, and your toe should be one straight line. From here, you're going to hinge or sit back in your hips and then finish that move. From there, you would windshield wipe and stand up. Big step back, windshield wipe and hinge to find the ground. Kick back through to your tall sit, back to your elbow, and all the way back down to your starting position. So like I mentioned, own the sticking point. If your sticking point is getting off the ground, then you just practice that. For example, let's do that with the shoe. The shoe is going to set a muscle memory for your wrist. So you're going to balance it on top. You don't get to put your thumb here, that would be cheating. So you make a fist, set the shoe on top. This is going to teach you if you're bending your wrist. It's going to give you feedback. So from here, I'm going to balance the shoe. I'm going to lead with the chest up to my forearm. So the key is we're not lounging here, okay? You want to keep that shoulder in the socket, and we're also not reaching for the sky here. Okay? So you can see where you're just going to balance, and so on, all the way to standing, and reverse the move. So those are just a couple of the common mistakes. Shrugging of the shoulders, reaching for the sky versus keeping the shoulder packed, not swooping through properly, and that's why I break it down into 2. A lot of times if someone's here and they're trying to swoop, they'll either try to kick this leg underneath them like this versus swooping, or they'll get it underneath them, but they'll send it too far out to the back side like this, and then they don't know how they can get off the ground. So the key is one fluid swoop once you're proficient to this position, and then sit back and have the weight over your body. So I'm going to go ahead and break that down really quickly, 1 rep with a bell, and then we'll get on to the other video that you'll find at the end of the article on why this can be a lifesaver. was one right get up, and then what I did at the end was a halo around the head. It's one of the safest ways to get the bell from one side to the other. You never want to cross it across your body. So halo it or get up and turn around. So I hope you guys enjoy. Remember, break down each step, own each segment before you go all the way to standing and back down.